Here's another slide I like sharing with folks. When we're talking with people experiencing homelessness, when you're experiencing homelessness, oftentimes uh, you're stigmatized. People avoid you or yell nasty things to you when you're walking down the street or whatever it is. But when we engage with somebody, when someone who's experiencing homelessness is talking to someone who actually cares and listens, then they start to say some things that might not be completely true. And what I mean by this is preserving dignity. Sometimes we might hear people say, I prefer to be out here homeless. I want to be out here. What they're really going on is, when you're experiencing homelessness, you're always that homeless person. Everywhere you present, you're homeless, right? And it's very undignified. So folks might say things like this to help preserve some of their dignity. They might say things like, I have a lot of freedom out here. It's much more free to be out here than to be in housing or in a shelter. And what's really going on in the shelter might not be working for them, right? Maybe they are actively using, and you can't do that at a shelter. Now you can be under the influence and be at shelters. That is part of the low barrier meeting people where they are. But actively using while you're at the shelter is not allowed. So some folks might not be able to make it through the whole night without drinking. We've seen that before. We might hear things like, I'm a survivor. What's happening is they're starting to be resilient and adapt to being homeless because it's a survival tactic. What's happening is they're still homeless and they don't see a way out. We might hear things like, I can drink and drug anytime I want out here. What we really see happening is the feeling of can't stop using. We might hear, I'm tough. I'm going to stay out here all winter. What's really going on, what I found is people are scared. Even, living homeless, especially in shelters, is a very, very unsafe situation.